All right, ready to go, Carla?
Yes.
Let's go. Really excited about tonight's show. It's been an absolutely wonderful day. Hopefully everyone else has had a wonderful day as well. But let's jump right into today's 5K tennis discussion. All right? I have my glasses back today. I lost my contacts after just a couple of days attempting to wear contacts. Pretty difficult deal. So I'm back to my glasses for now. All right? Bear with me. Work in progress.
No contacts or contacts?
Oh.
That should be a poll question.
A poll question? Contacts or no
contacts and no contacts?
I can't help it. I try to put the things in. It's difficult. And then I try to put one in. It pops out of my finger and just disappears into another dimension or something.
We didn't even look up the question on the last poll question.
What?
Script or no script?
I didn't. Yeah, we spaced on that one, right?
Yeah. We'll look it up.
Scripted or unscripted contacts, no contacts.
Yeah.
All right. I mentioned my contacts, though. All right, here we go. So we will place a link above in case you missed our last show, or better yet, we'll just place a link to our entire playlist of all our shows, and you can check those out there.
Yes.
All right. So a few shout-outs to start this this show this evening. And actually, there's quite a few shout-outs, actually. We had a busy day today, so we're going to take a time out and give a few shout-outs to a few local tennis players that really put in a lot of work today. Ready? Barbara Wharton. Let's go! Really?
She did really good today. She found my weakness.
Really fought hard on the doubles court today. Enjoyed this one a lot. Barbara has really helped us tremendously with tennis here in Dauphin Island, Alabama, and we are always indebted to Barbara. Bear Wharton, the husband, came out, put in mad footwork. Looked really good.
Amazing. Amazing footwork, actually. I kept hitting topspin to him, and he would back up and then come forward and hit his shot.
Homeboy had amazing feet.
Yeah.
Let's go, Bear. Let's go. Tina Bain, who came out at the same point in time, who really came out and was lively today.
She was ready today.
She was ready. And was just doing everything right, and we were really happy that finished off highly positive.
Yes.
Okay? I had a really good time today. I'm excited about this one. After we had the following come out, we had Courtney, we had Sarah, we had Chris.
And that's a family.
A big fam.
Mom, dad,
doing big things.
Daughter.
And then we had Danette, who's always out and really, really, really a pleasure to teach. We had the whole crew come out today.
Yes.
They did big things as well. Really good time. That's our beginner group, and man, they got the score down. They were playing doubles. We were like, yes, let's go. Afternoon session. This was a really good afternoon. So we had Gabe May, okay, who's a solid junior tennis player who plays against our boys often, our two oldest boys of 5.
He's a freshman.
Let's go, Gabe.
Freshman. Let's
go. Came out and dropped bombs today.
Yes.
Plain and simple. Bombs were dropping. That's it. We had Alyssa Smith. Came out and made noise too.
Beautiful backhand. It's rare to see. Most juniors have a great forehand, but the backhand is weak. That was good to see.
This was a great span of about an hour plus or minus whatever, but came out and made some noise. Lastly, Alina Day. Came out, played well, hit well, worked hard. Better yet,
I was impressed.
Everyone did absolutely incredible today.
They all did great.
On court, off the court, even outside the court, watching for 2 hours while others were in line.
You know what? It made me think that American tennis is not dead. They actually have the passion. There are kids out there who want to work hard and they want to give it their all to get better. It was good to see.
It was incredible. I'm still stoked about it. I'm like, come on. I'm in the kitchen cooking, like flipping something in the pot, and I'm thinking, I'm like, let's go. I'm like trying to hit winners with my spatula. Swat plow. I'm like, let's go. I'm like flipping something. I was excited about it.
I don't know where you flipped.
I mean, I'm just saying in my mind.
Gotcha.
In my mind, like we were cooking, and I just like envisioned myself like cooking. If I was cooking,
it was good to see. It's good to see juniors work hard. It's rare. Sometimes we get juniors that don't want to be out there, but these guys wanted to work today.
Everybody put in an incredible amount of work today.
Yes.
Absolutely stoked still about it. And it's pushing about 10 o'clock or 10:30 p.m.
Yes.
All right. Secondly, we will put a link above for some of the YTEX products that we have been giving away during this tournament.
I have one person answer me so far. Send me an email. The rest of you, make sure you send me an email. Those of you that won.
If you hit the down arrow, there should be a description field below this video. If you hit the down arrow, a box will expand, and you can see a link for YTEX Strings, which is really a top-notch string company. We don't say this because of this show. We didn't join forces for this show. YTEX has looked after Carla and I's endeavors in tennis for a very long time before we decided to come down and turn our cameras on, simply because we felt that they actually cared about what our kids played with.
Yeah.
And that meant a lot to us. And it just so happened that we were blessed with the ability to give away some prizes for these tournaments. And there are 4 winners.
4 winners. I only heard
4
from
winners.
one. Sir Djokovic was the only one that sent me an email, so I'll be sending that out tomorrow.
There are 4 winners for this tournament at this point right now. We have Arvis Jagemeyer, who, by the way, has won. Jagemeyer, my bad, bro. Much love. Jagemeyer, let's go. Arvis has won a head tennis racket from us before, and that was a big win, and that was, I think, with some fantasy tennis stuff. But he has won a shirt. Arvis, holler at us, please.
Shirt or strings? You tell us.
You can contact us on Grand Slam Fantasy Tennis comment field here. Call us, whatever. Email 5ktennis@mail.com, and we'll get your a shirt to you, or strings. But I think you insinuated you wanted the shirt.
Yeah.
Size, what's up with the size? Our biggest size, by the way, is extra large, but they run big. They do run big. I wear a large, but a large swallows me, and a medium is cool. So keep that in mind. Sergin Jovanovic won. Let's go.
Yeah, I got the message for him. I'll be sending you out, since it's extra large, orange shirt.
Yeah, well, Sergin, you're an extra large. I'm going to send an extra large, so yours will be like this orange one here. B-Dog02, who called in the Barty Stozier Demolition Derby match.
Yeah, there's no one else none of the third rounds have done a demolition match. This was the worst match. At
the same time, Dead Seville, or Casper, as we know,
said the same thing.
Said the same thing. So all 4 of you are going to go in as winners.
Yes.
I can't find a way to pick and choose, because that would be morally wrong. Okay? All 4, you're in. Sizes, I would say email us, but if not, comment here, and we'll figure out the best way to keep your personal stuff confidential.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, moving forward, we will have a finals prize for this tournament. So I'm going to tease this one out there. Our last prize for this, we've given out 4 shirts, and we're going into the 4th round. We're going to have one more, and it's going to be a big one. Okay? We're going to have everyone, when it comes the day before the finals, for men's and women's. If it's on staggered days, maybe we'll do it, I don't know. It might just have to be for the men's or women's, depending how they stagger up. If it's a Saturday and Sunday final, it's harder to. If it's men's and women's on one day, we'll do it on one day. If not, we'll pick and choose. But the goal is, how many games will take place in the match? In other words, it's kind of like the over and under. If you're betting the over and you're betting the under, it's like, how many points will be scored in this respective game? You know, if it's football and you bet on the over of 45 points and the score is 21-21, a total of 42, then it's the under. So what we're going to try to do is see who can get the total amount of games played in the final. Winner or loser, the total amount of games. If you think it's going to be 6-2, 6-2, then, hey, that's 8 and 8, 16 games. If you think it's going to be 6-0, 0-6, 6-0, well, that's 18 games. Bagel, 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 whatever. How many games are played in the match? That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Okay? Think about it. It's going to be really kind of high-stakes stuff, you know, kind of like roulette. No way to tell.
You're right.
All right. Carlo, let's get right into the Miami Open. Matches today, the draws, and discuss a lot of the positive stuff and the negatives, such as the Kygios meltdown. Maybe the Sloane Stephens racket smashing. And a few things such as that. Or the positives, such as I realized Sergin Jovanovic, hits a one-hander.
Good for him.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, last night's match that we didn't get to mention because they were playing at that time. It was a long match. Bianca Andreescu from Canada defeated, once again, Angelique Kerber in 3 sets. It was a long battle.
And a wonderful handshake. Come on.
Not a wonderful handshake. Juniors, juniors, juniors. Don't ever copy this handshake. If you lose, lose with dignity. Somebody beats you, you have to say, hey, too good for me. Good match, thank you. Next time. I cannot believe that Angelique Kerber told her, you're such a drama queen.
Woo. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what I would have done if I would have been Bianca on the other side. I probably would have looked at her and asked her, okay, why are you telling me this? I would have stopped her right there, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't expect this from Kerber. I did not expect this type of handshake from Kerber.
Get that it's tough to lose to an 18-year-old being a 31-year-old woman and a veteran.
Won 3 majors. She's won 3.
I understand that it's tough to swallow, which is why Danielle Collins was screaming at her opponent's outballs because she was a 16-year-old player. I understand that. I completely understand that. But you lost. And you must recognize that you lost, and perhaps you need to change your forehand a little bit, since it's too loopy, and do something else, and maybe be more aggressive than a defensive player.
Let's just tell them how it really is.
I'm just saying, that's terrible sportsmanship. Please, juniors, do not copy this. Do not.
Holy Kerber, Batman. Kerber, how is it that we walk up and snub the handshake?
It was so quick. She almost slapped her hand. It was unbelievable.
Okay, here, we'll role play it. All right, you're Andreescu, I'm Kerber. I'm coming up, and I'm all upset because I just lost. No, she goes, she pulls this one off. Drama queen.
Oh. No, it wasn't.
Come on.
She just said, you're such a drama queen. You barely gave her a handshake.
Yeah.
That's terrible because this 18-year-old is the next future tennis player. You're soon you'll retire in a few years, and this is what you're telling her, that women are very catty in the WTA tour?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Kerber's all peeved because
so is my cat. He's peeved.
Yeah,
didn't like it.
So what happens here is I guess Kerber gets a little distraught that Andreescu calls a medical timeout at some point and kind of delays everything. And I understand that. I don't like that either. I think it's a sham.
It's in the rules, though. You can do it unless you're cramping.
Okay. I'm good.
It's a rule.
Okay. Yes. And this is the thing. You know, it's kind of like the old saying goes, you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't. By the likes of prior to that timeout, it was, could have gone the other way. And the timeout comes and cooler heads tend to prevail and the heads cool down and so forth. And then, you know what? I'll be darned. We start back up and here we go. The tides have changed. Time and tide waits for no man. And unfortunately, you have to roll with the tides, right? It happens ups and lows, but we have to find a way to get through and roll through it, right?
Sure.
So ultimately, it's a rule. No one broke any rules.
No, there's no rules. You shouldn't be upset about that.
It's a rule. And unfortunately, because of those rules, some things happen that are suspect.
Well, you got to think about Bianca. She's been playing. She just won Indian Wells,
and she beat her there too.
She's been playing long matches. Her body's tired,
and she beat her there too.
She might have some soreness. There's nothing wrong with calling the trainer.
And she beat her there too.
And if you're a 3-time Grand Slam champion, you should have the mental toughness
or
to
the
get
decency,
right? I mean, come on.
And she beat her there as well.
Yeah, you're just being a sore loser. Don't be a sore loser.
Thumbs down on that. That's a double. Moving forward.
Well, let's go on to the women's matches. Carolina.
That was a women's match.
No, today's matches. That was last night's match. Okay. Karolina Pliskova, the number 5 seed from Czech Republic, defeated Alice Cornet from France 6-7, 6-1, 6-4. I think one of our viewers has said that this would be a demolition for
I thought it would be. I thought it would be a demolition
derby. But it was not, therefore they did not get a prize.
Okay.
Qualify for the prize.
I thought that this would be demolition derby as well. I don't know what happened in the first set here. But, Pliskova has this way of telling her opponents if they come close to beating her or if she beats them or vice versa. She says, well, it only could happen because they played their best they've ever played. Well, I can promise you that you got a little squirky in this match with Cornet.
Yes.
She got a little squirky there.
Sportsmanship is so important in sports. I mean, come on, guys. If you lose, you lose. Move on, improve, try to beat that player. I know when I was a junior, if somebody beat me one time, I work hard to beat him next time.
Okay. I agree with the viewer who submitted their demolition thought here.
Luli,
I thought it should be.
Luli won.
Luli
won. Yes.
I thought Pliskova would win this like 1-0, 1-1, or something along those lines.
Right.
Okay. And it didn't happen.
Right. The potty mouth Julia.
Potty mouth.
Putintseva.
Putintseva, potty mouth, Putintseva. Let's go.
Defeated the other potty mouth, Anastasia Sevastova.
Oh man,
from Latvia. Your number 11 seed, 1-6, 6-2, 6-3. So was it close? It was a 3-setter.
So as you said, I'm not saying.
You think they were giving stares at each other?
No, I'm quoting.
Their potty mouths.
I'm quoting what she said.
Bad sportsmanship.
Potty mouth.
Not a good example for any junior watching tennis. Not a good example to watch these two ladies.
You know, something like this. You know, I'm playing a point, hit the ball out. You know, it lands about 3 feet out. Just one of those things. My feet were in a position. You know, if I'm Putintseva, I'm like, what? Smack! Crack, 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 crack. Are you crazy? Are you blind? Do you see this? And then Sevastova would turn around, though, and be like, looking at her box, like, what? Box, you are responsible for everything. Her behavior, you, and only you. You, it's you. Not anybody over here, not me. It's my box. It is all you. Meanwhile, Putintseva over here going, shaka, 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 7 rackets later, Putin, and the Sevastova still over there hollering at her box like,
oh, Justin, you need to go into acting school or something.
Anyway, but that's what I'm guessing. That was the ultimate highlights of the Putintseva-Sevastova match.
Probably.
I'm guessing. Didn't watch it, but I'm sure that was the gist of the highlights.
Marketa Vondrousova from the Czech Republic defeated Elise Mertens from Belarus 6-4, 7-6. So the 19-year-old moves on.
Love this girl.
That's good for her.
Love this girl representing the Czech Republic, doing big things.
Good for her. So, oh wait, we didn't talk about that. The fact that Pliskova was going to face Putintseva. Yes. We didn't talk about that before we keep going.
If you are Pliskova's coach, you.
Well, that's Stoja and Conchita Martinez. Not Stoja, I'm sorry. Renee Stubbs and Conchita Martinez are her coach.
Okay, so she's doubled up on coaches, but let's alleviate them from the discussion. So, you are now Pliskova's new coach.
Sure.
Okay? Pliskova. I will be the interviewer.
Sure.
And I'm going to ask you a question on how you plan to deal with potty mouth Putintseva. You ready? All right, here we go. Well, Miss Pliskova, how do you think you will be able to deal with the aggressiveness of potty mouth Putintsevas on-court, hat-tossing, racket-smashing antics?
I don't even know how I would answer that, Justin. I mean, I guess I will hit flat and destroy her.
Okay.
I will finish the points quickly, which she does.
And ultimately, she gives her box a 20-minute stare and turns her back to you and does not even pay attention that you're even on the court. Will that unnerve your game? Will that take you out of your stride or your zone?
Of course not. I'm used to that.
So if you have one sentence to advise Putintseva, Miss Pliskova, as we move forward into this match, what would your one sentence to Putintseva be?
I'm the number 5th seed. I don't know. I can't do these interviews.
See, you know what I would say? You can just pull off all the antics you want because I'm going to just go through you, and that's how it's going to be. Get ready.
All right.
All right? Let's go.
All right. Well, we watched this match, and I had to shake my head. Chocolate milk does not help you in tennis. Yeah. It just does not. And getting rid of the coach that helped you win a Grand Slam does not help. Wrong move. Tatiana Maria defeated Sloane Stevens 6-3, 6-2, and she beat her with a slice. Not even hitting a one-handed backhand the proper way. With the slice backhand and a slice forehand and almost no pace.
Look,
wow.
Look, shout out to Tatiana Maria right here.
She's a mom.
By the way,
she's 31.
Took a break from tennis in 2013-14 time frame, hit a two-handed backhand, stepped out of the game, steps back in it, mom and all, goes to the one-handed backhand. Granted, 8 times, 7 times out of 10 it's a slice. She'll hit the over the topper every once in a while.
It's tough.
But it's a slicer, it's a slicer, it's a slicer, it's a slicer. But anyone that can hit a consistent slicer, dicer, will a lot of the time come out on top if the other player or the opponent isn't ready for all that.
Most opponents that hit hard are not ready for the slice. This is something that we have to teach players how to deal with.
Teach the touch, teach the feel, teach the point of impact. Maybe not so much quite out in front, and a little bit more beside, you know, or a fine line in between.
Right.
But a different shot. But if you're playing a player, and this is a word of wisdom to Tatiana Maria. If you're playing an opponent that loves off pace. Most players like pace.
Oh, they love it.
They love pace. You hit with pace, they can crank the ball back at you. But when you find a player that likes off pace, let's say like the likes of Djokovic or Nadal or Federer or Murray could change it up a lot.
But Djokovic had a hard time against Tomic with the off pace, so I don't think I would include him in that.
That's a good example. That's a good.
He doesn't do good. He likes it better when you hit harder and you hit angles. Yeah. He loves that. He doesn't like it when it's a slice and it's a dice and it's coming at him with no pace. He doesn't like that.
Ultimately, the slice and the dicers in the list is unending of slicers and dicers. Eventually, their draw comes to an end more quickly than those that can slice and dice and then be aggressive at the same time. Unfortunately, the permanent slice and dicer gets diced up generally before the end.
Sure, they meet a player that knows how to play. Martina Hingis was a great example of one person that can hit, slice, dice, and take off the pace and be successful at it.
In your opinion, Carla, who is the biggest slicer and dicer that you can recall in the time since you've been alive, late 70s? The biggest slicer and dicer.
That I watched play?
That you've watched play. Name one. Off the hop. This doesn't matter if you get it right. Go.
Rawanska was a big one.
You took the one right out of my head.
She was huge on that.
That wasn't discussed. In my own mind, I was thinking Angelique Radwanska, and I'm going back to the Everts and way before that. I'm going Maureen Conley. I'm going way back.
She sliced the most.
But Radwanska, ultimate slicer.
Yes, definitely. So it'll be Vondrousova, the 19-year-old, against Tatiana Maria. I think the 19-year-old has a good chance because she plays the same way.
I agree.
She doesn't hit the ball
and
hard.
She's younger. I think
so these are going to be two players that play smart with no pace, but can use the whole court. Drop shot, slice, put a nice angle. And I think the 19-year-old will take out Tatiana Maria in maybe 2 or 3. 2-3. I'm saying 6-2, 6-3.
I'm looking for a reason to disagree with her tonight. I'm just ready to battle it out. But nonetheless, I agree with her 1,000,000%. I mean that jokingly, obviously. Pay attention to the next matchup. We have heard about 4 young, well, not all of them super young, but
Wang Dynasty.
The Wang Dynasty.
Who said this? Wang Dynasty. Was it Casper said this?
I don't recall, but I remember reading this. This is truly, for me, it's truly amazing. 4 Chinese women, all of them top-notch players. Yifan Wang actually won.
Jiang Wang.
She won in Acapulco, and a good match too. Who did she beat? Kenin in the final?
Yes, she did.
I mean, you're talking about some really solid showings here from these young ladies.
You know, they train at a very young age, Justin. I do watch a lot of videos of tennis players, young tennis players, 6, 7 already, hitting the ball in China. They train hard. They train about 3 or 4 times a day, 3 or 4 times a week. And they practice
4 times a week or day?
No, 3 or 4 times. They're from the age of 6, which is a lot for a 6-year-old. I'm talking
How many times a week?
3 or 4 times a week.
That's not much practice.
For a 6-year-old, that is a lot of practice.
We have our 6-year-old out there almost every day.
But it's hours and hours they put on. Okay, and I noticed that the coaches work on their techniques, which is why their techniques are so good. They work on the techniques. They're not worried about anything else but the technique.
I'm going to go ahead right now and give a big shout out to all 4 of these girls. I don't think there's any relation. I think the name's just similar. But just like these guys right now that are coming out of Serbia, look at the players, Sasnoviches and the Azarenkas and so forth that are coming out of Belarus. I mean, look at the players by the bucket loads that are coming out of Spain and so forth. But to see China on the map right now, to me, is impressive.
Well, it's about time because we talked about players from China back in the 90s. And once the Russian players were taking over, we thought that players from China would take over. And that did not happen.
Big props to China.
So maybe now it's the time. We'll see.
Let's go.
So Yifan Wang took out Danielle Collins 7-5, 6-1.
It's a great win.
I was a bit shocked by this one, but I mean, she is a good player, so good win for her.
That's an incredible win.
So she'll be facing Qian Wang.
I told this whole group, I told everyone when Yifan Wang, sorry I didn't mean to get vocal, but this Yifan Wang, I like her a lot. She has tenacity. She has fight. She has
she's
spirit.
Tall too, right?
She's tough. What's she? I think she's like 5'6", 5'8", something like that.
Yeah.
She's coming in. She's handling it. She's handling the moment. She's staying cool. She's staying calm. She's staying collected. She's not getting rattled. She is really, 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 in my opinion, a really hot player in terms of her overall package.
And she's young.
And she's young.
Well, she'll be facing Qian Wang, who had a walkover because Serena Williams withdrew with a knee injury.
I'm taking Yifan Wang on this one.
Okay.
Yifan, the one that the young one that won Acapulco. I'm going with her all day. And you know what? By the way, I'm throwing this out there. This young girl, Yifan Wang, by the way, I foresee top 20. What is she right now? Still unseeded, qualifying, somewhere along those lines. I've got Yifan Wang being top 20 by the end of the year.
That's possible. All right, next match. Venus Williams took out Daria Kasatkina pretty easily, 6-3, 6-1. I was kind of shocked by this.
Yeah, I didn't like the results here.
Yeah, I didn't either. You were playing the mummy. You should have beat the mummy.
No, I disagree with the mummy.
Oh, come on, Justin.
No,
Venus is half of what she used to be.
Well, I didn't say she was.
Kasatkina is 21 years old. Are you telling me that you could not make her run?
I wouldn't say she's half of what she used to. I would give her
She is half of what she used to be. She walks around like she's almost dead.
I would give her 83%.
Come on.
83%.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Kasatkina, by the way, is a solid player.
But she has no confidence. Yes, she beat 15-year-old Coco, I don't remember her name, Goff. But, I mean, this is Venus Williams. She should have beat her as well.
At this point in time, if you had Kasatkina and Ostapenko, and you threw a sheet over both of them, and you turned around and turned back around and asked them both to maybe play a few points, you'd be like, oh,
that's a toss-up.
You'd be like, Kasatkina?
Well, good for Venus Williams.
You couldn't tell, right?
Good for Venus Williams because she'll have a rematch again with Simona Halep, who beat her cock in 3 sets.
Not Venus.
Simona Halep?
No. We were just talking about who did Venus just beat?
Kasatkina.
Kasatkina should have done better than that.
That's what I'm saying. You played the mummy and you lost.
Kasatkina.
I am sure that Simona Halep will beat Venus in 2 sets.
Come on, Kasatkina. Like, really, come on. I mean, don't Ostapenko. Anyway. Halep should roll through. Halep should roll through, I think, against Venus.
She should make it to the finals, honestly.
Simply from an athletic standpoint.
Sure.
Okay, Venus has been serving it between 75 and 85 miles per hour. That's just not going to cut it.
This Miami Open is open. I mean, Sloane Stephens went down today. Yikes, right? I mean, almost every top seed player has gone out. This is a great opportunity for anybody who wants to take it. Halep, Pliskova have a huge chance here.
Sloane Stephens on the court today looked like chocolate got left out of the milk, and a whole bunch of milk just got left on her
How did you
tennis
like the smashing of the racket at the end of the match? Plus, she was looking at her coach, match point, saying she couldn't hit her backhand. Players, you are professional players. Why would you look at the coach? The coach cannot help you.
It's like, hey,
this
coach.
Is one-on-one. You should know what to do at this level.
Yeah, she's like walking off the court, and the only shot they show is like pouty.
And I'm sure this coach is fired because this coach is doing nothing for her, really.
And her racket is no longer round. It's like Pac-Man. It's like, and it's got
I suggest that she gets back on the tennis court, get in shape, start getting fit, train again like you used to, and forget about the photo shoots, the modeling, and all that stuff. If you want to be a great player.
I agree. All right, men's draw. Let's roll.
Novak Djokovic defeated Del Bonis in 3 sets.
Hey, Carla. Hold on. Wait. Oh, my. It's dark. I refuse to play. I will not play another point, and let's get lighter in here. I'm the umpire. I've got Novak Djokovic yelling in my ear, and I don't know what to do because I'm just an umpire, and I've got like the president of tennis that's #1 in the world yelling in my ear, and I don't know how to get around it. So can someone please turn the lights on? What did you say? What did you say? It's going to take 3 minutes to warm up so he can see clearly? Oh my gosh, I don't like my job anymore. I can't believe I'm doing this for $10 an hour. Hold on. Mr. Djokovic, the lights are being turned on now, and it'll take 3 minutes to heat up. I'm getting yelled at, and I don't know what to do. But I don't know why I'm in this position. But can we please get the lights turned on?
Oh my gosh. Wow. You're on a roll today.
That's how we get down.
Yeah, he won that first set 7-5 and lost 4-6 and then won 6-1 once he broke at 3-1.
And he agreed.
Or 2-1.
And he deserved to gripe about the lights. You're number one in the world. Everybody's targeting you to beat you, and it's dark and you can't see and you're being tested and you're
he deserved to gripe.
And you may not be playing it 100%.
He is not. Listen,
he's not playing it 100%.
I have to say this to one of our viewers, Rahesh. How can you make excuses for Djokovic or any fan out there? He is not playing well. It's obvious something is wrong with him.
Yeah,
he looks really bad out there.
Yeah, he doesn't look that great.
No.
He doesn't look that great.
No.
For
Delbonis to take a set off him? Yikes.
He doesn't look that great.
No. Roberto Bautista Agut, the 22 seed from Spain, defeated your favorite guy, Fabio Fognini from Italy.
The royal beard? I don't like the royal beard.
6-4. So there'll be a Djokovic-Bautista match, which they've played each other before, which Bautista has beaten before.
By the way, if this match between Djokovic and Bautista Agut was like a semifinal, I would give more advantage to Djokovic because Bautista Agut gets worn down.
He's beaten him before.
We've seen this before.
He's beaten him before.
But this is relatively early on. Bautista Agut had to get through a tight Tipsarevic match. Then Bautista Agut took out Fognini. I think Bautista Agut has a chance here based upon how Djokovic has looked in the past couple of matches. He's got a chance. I don't think he'll win.
Three sets.
I think Djokovic, like any player, plays up or down based upon the ability of the opponent.
I've heard the excuse that, Djokovic does not play well in the first few matches. Come on now. Stop making excuses.
She just said, come on now.
Seriously. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Wow.
All right. Moving forward.
Milos Raonic went down to Kyle Edmund from United Kingdom. 6-4, 6-4. Good for this young man. He was injured. I'm glad that he won.
It's no shock. Again, don't put pressure on me because I tell the truth about what I feel that big server tennis is. It's great to have a big serve. It's great. Jeez.
Sure, you want free points.
I serve big. I like free points, and I rely on that. But from the perspective that I have, when you have Raonic, Querrey, Karlovic, Isner, Anderson, give me some more. I think that kind of encompasses the five that changed the game. Karlovic, I think I said that one. Opelka, there you go. So these type of players tend to get in trouble. And I didn't watch this match. You just told me the score. I knew that he lost, but I didn't know the score.
Well, we're teaching.
I'm assuming, as any big server, when they lose, when they have serve +1, and maybe serve +1 or 2, but usually if it goes more than 2 or 3, it's an unforced error and they lose.
Right.
So I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, that Raonic, maybe his first serve percentage wasn't great. His first serve percentage, right? Couple double faults in there. And he was absolutely off balance from the get-go because of his first serve percentage. Or maybe where he was aiming was off. Whatever. But I'm guaranteeing it revolved around the service percentage in some way, shape, or form. And because that percentage, however you want to look at it, was probably modicum or below modicum, he lost.
Well, Kyle Edmund,
I don't know, though.
Kyle Edmund can hit the ball. So we know if it went more than 2 balls, he had a bigger chance, right?
There you go.
Well, John Isner, the 7th seed and your champion last year at the Miami Open, defeated Ramos Vinoles 7-5, 7-6. So good, he still has his points going. He's in the round of 16, and he'll face Edmund. Good chance here to win this match.
You know, this is one of those matches that I tried.
Oh, it's another server, big server.
Yeah. And I don't mean any disrespect to either one of these players, but do you get excited about this match? I don't really get excited about it.
I don't enjoy watching matches like that.
I mean, it wouldn't be really any different to me, aside from being a U.S. player or a Canadian player. Not that makes any difference to me whatsoever. I could care less. I'm the biggest Stefan Edberg fan that ever walked a step of the planet. He's from Sweden.
Yes.
All I'm saying, forget about the countries. I'm just saying the overall game of Isner is to that of Raonic and to Karlovic and to Opelka and to Anderson and Querrey. It's that if you want to watch one, you can pick and choose.
Sure.
But for me, Edmund isn't that great either in terms of his overall package. So I think Djokovic, again, should walk through to the semifinal. Djokovic has Bautista Agut, Edmund, or Isner in his way. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a walk in the park to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying.
Well, I think this kid right here is the next guy in tennis.
I told you this
the
from
next
the get-go.
guy in tennis, and I'm happy to see this guy win. Felix Auger-Aliassime defeated Hubert Hurkacz.
Polish players, good player.
7-6, 6-4, so we know that was a tough battle. Good for this 18-year-old.
Carla, you and I have talked about Felix Auger-Aliassime.
He looks like a champion. He acts like a champion. He plays like a champion. He plays under pressure well.
Great court conduct.
Yeah.
Keeps fighting, stays humble. You'll never see him, at least I haven't seen it, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen him smash his racket yet.
I love watching this
right?
kid. Yeah, good win for him.
This kid, for me, Felix Auger-Aliassime, has the entire package.
He does.
Has the whole deal.
He knows how to think out there. His volleys are amazing, and the angles that he puts, when to take off the pace, amazing. He knows how to dig in.
As long as this kid remains a student of the game, a humble student, and respects where the game comes from, and how much humility and how much time and blood, sweat, and grinding tears it takes to put in to be good at this game. He seems to emanate that he understands that.
And he's 18. He's 18, so he still hasn't fully grown, and he still hasn't fully grown into his body yet. He's going to be bigger.
If this kid can continue to do what he is doing, then what you and I said from Wimbledon last year, around that time frame, warming up, qualifying, Queen's Club, so forth. We spoke about this last year. Check our videos out. We've talked about him for a while. At the same point in time, you were beginning to talk about Shapovalov. I'm not trying to throw that in your face. He's still around.
He's still in this tournament, so I still love Shapovalov, the two Canadians.
That was kind of our battle.
They're doing better than Raonic.
Yeah, I agree. Carla had initially chosen.
I like the one-handed backhand. I like watching the one-handed backhand.
Yeah, me too.
And I like the fire in him. And for me, it's just exciting to watch Shapovalov. I don't like boring players. That's why I never was a huge fan of Murray.
Well, we got into this whole discussion because there was this whole cheesy thing about the next gen. Let's watch the next gen play.
But this kid wasn't even included
and he wasn't included in that. And we brought this up as a topic. Shapovalov was in there, I think, but I don't know. Did Shapovalov even go to the London Tour next year finals last year? I'm not sure. It doesn't matter anyway because it's all cheesy no matter what. But we were all talking about last year in this group, and a lot of us here as viewers and people that comment back and forth, we're talking about Felix Auger-Aliassime last year. When no one else knew really he was on this planet.
Right.
So Ray, great calls to everyone here on him. He's got the right stuff.
Well, he'll face a tough opponent, Nicolas Baishvili, who defeated Robin Haase 7-6, 6-3. This will be a tough battle for him because this guy can play.
If Baishvili is allowed to sit at the baseline and to tee off both wings, forehand, drill, backhand, drill. Baishvili is going to move laterally.
He's a backboard.
Lateral, boom. He's going to put pressure, backhand, here it comes. Forehand, here it comes. Up, down the line, cross court. He's going to pull off all the shots. If Felix Auger-Aliassime wants to sit there and bang out from the baseline points with him, tit for tat, and hey, whoever makes the most mistakes loses, then Baishvili will win the match. Okay? But if Felix Auger-Aliassime attacks, stays confident, and even if he's hitting out, if he finds his range, he attacks, and he stays with it and doesn't get mad if he's missing, stays calm up here through the duration, and he finds his range, and attacks, gets to the net, does his thing, he can beat Baishvili.
Yeah. Well, currently, Borna Coric and Jeremy Chardy, Chardy had won the first set, and Coric was up in the second set. I'm not sure. I don't have updated scores, so I'm not sure who won that match. And also, Nick Kyrgios is playing Dusan Lajovic. And he was up like 5-1, right?
Lajovic ripping the one-handed backhand.
I think Kyrgios was up 5-1. I'm actually rooting for Lajovic because of what Nick Kyrgios did in doubles.
Yeah, what was up with that? So you get
bad example.
You get so mad as if playing doubles And you
with Mackenzie. Fritz, one of the two.
And then you drill the umpire, and then get your racket. Schmacklow. I mean, are we trying to sell tickets here? Are we trying to sell tickets? Do you think this is just theatrical?
I think it is.
Is it theatrical just to sell tickets?
I think it is.
I mean, if it's theatrical, if I'm your sponsor, look, and I've hated on Nick, and then I jump on his bandwagon to win a tournament. I think didn't you pick Nick Kyrgios to win this tournament, Carla?
I picked Wawrinka, but he lost.
But you had Kyrgios in the final?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you have Kyrgios right there in the final.
Oh, yeah, I do.
I thought you had him winning the tournament.
No, I have Wawrinka winning.
Oh, well, Wawrinka bailed. She had Kyrgios going to the final. I had Kyrgios to win Indian Wells. Didn't happen.
I mean, I always want to root for this guy, but every time I watch his antics, I can't stand it.
So I go back and forth with it, but for doubles, on the doubles court, to just drill the umpire, bleep, 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 like Morse code bleeping. I mean, there were so many expletives. It was like Morse code. And like you could just read through the Morse code that it was really bad. And then slack clow. It's a bad look in doubles. It's just cheesy, bro.
It is.
It's just cheesy. It's cheesy.
You're not McEnroe.
All right. Sloane Stephens, by the way, and that was the end of the men's, right?
Yes.
Sloane Stephens to me has got to get some help, and I mean soon. She's got to get some help soon. Change from the chocolate milk to a better beverage. Because that chocolate milk isn't working right now.
Try water.
Water, something. Banana juice, mango puree, avocado puree, something. But the chocolate milk isn't helping. It's just not. Oh, Naomi Osaka. Oh my goodness. Hello? This is Naomi. Okay, I can't win any matches now. I understand that. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta hit pause on my video game. Oh, I just died. Oh, hold on. I got to reset my video game. Hold on, Sasha. Hold on. I'm in a chat room real quick. Hold on, Sasha. Hold on. 20%? I don't even know. Hold on. I'll call you later. I'm in my chat room. Bye. All right. Djokovic deserved the right to yell about the lights.
He did.
He deserved it.
Yeah, he did.
$100 million athlete.
He's the number one player.
Number one player, 15-time major winner.
Seven-time champion, 7-time Miami Open champion, so yeah.
Andreescu calling the medical timeout.
I don't say anything wrong with that.
It's a rule.
She might have been feeling some pain. Hey.
She played the cards right, but watch the medical timeouts. It's kind of...
Look, you know why the medical timeouts don't even bother me? Because they allow court coaching, right?
It's
the same thing.
Same thing. Okay. I didn't think about that.
So they're even. It's the same thing. Kerber calling her coach is the same thing as a timeout. Medical timeout.
If you take an ACT question or some test question and you see an analogy, the medical timeout is to blank. It's equivalent to...
On-court coaching.
On-court coaching.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
There you go.
So I don't know why she got her... I don't even want to say it now.
I don't know. Kyrgios, Sloane Stephens, Djokovic. You all get my really odd takes of the day.
Yes.
Anyway, we are going to end today's show with a quote of the day. Quote of the day. We haven't done this in a couple of days, so we're going to do it tonight. Quote of the day. Here we go. You ready? Let's go. Quote of the day. Strong people always keep themselves motivated, even though they are in the midst of despair. They still manage to say with a smile, I am okay. I'm all right. How bad can it really get?
It can't get any.
It can get bad and it can get painful in life. Life is tough. It is really tough. It is a grind no matter who you are, where you come from, what your bank account looks like, and what language you speak and what country you live in. Life is tough. Okay? No matter what. If you can tell yourself to stay motivated and positive, as I like to say, in the worst times of despair, and you can still somehow, in the darkest of dark, find a light in your head to smile and tell yourself, I am okay, to me, you're a champion. I would only append that message by saying, stay positive no matter what. Fight hard, life is short.
Sure.
Don't let people take your positive energy away. We have people that try to snipe our energy away on a daily basis doing what we do we not?
Yes.
We cannot let negative energy creep in, because once negative energy creeps in, you will ultimately fail.
Yeah, just go like this.
Stay positive. Dust your shoulders off. Let's go. All right. That's it, guys. That's it. That's a wrap. I had a health tip written in here, but I'm going to run out of time. And the health tip of the day was going to be to teach tennis, or not teach tennis, but try to learn tennis. If you know tennis, try to teach it to somebody. There's a recent study, by the way, that if you played the game of tennis, or for some reason even thought it or believed in the game of tennis, it would extend your life by 10 years. We've seen this study before.
Yes, we have.
Try to learn the game. If you just are a fan, that's great. But try to pick up something. Do ball bounces, whatever it may be. Try to learn the game. It's a really fun and healthy thing.
And for those of you who want, please contact me. Okay?
All right. That's it. Subscribe to our channel. Click like below. Share our videos. Mwah. Much love to all of you. And don't forget that for the finals, we're going to do a combined game total to find out who the final prize is going to, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, as always, Carla says,
adios.